From one person's idea of improving the healthcare system in the United States, which was pretty poor, bleeding, blistering, poisoning, and drugging, Andrew Taylor Still moved towards a direction where diet, exercise, mental health with manipulative medicine became a foundation for generally good practice health. And so, where we've gone from that is that we have reached the area of research in looking at medicines that are now available that weren't available then. When Dr. Still says that he didn't believe in medicine or drugs, he was talking about mercury, arsenic, cyanide, opium, and alcohol. Those were the drugs. They didn't have the steroids, the various ways of treating pneumonia and things with the various drugs that we have today, such as the penicillins and the vaccines. These things were not really available. As a matter of fact, vaccines were using the live material, or at least from the live material, what was thought to be dead, to vaccinate a person. And so again, it was a very different world. So when Dr. Still says no drugs, that was with what they had at the time. As we look at A.T. Still University today, the school that he founded, we've advanced in our understanding of x-rays, in hygiene, in surgery, in ways of treating people in the most natural and the simplest ways. So again, the journey from a simple man with an idea walking a circuit and visiting his patients from city to city to established universities, 58 osteopathic medical institutions existing in the United States alone, hundreds throughout the world, with the philosophy of osteopathic healthcare. So we've come on a good journey. If A.T. Still were alive today, he would look at what he had started and he would feel very good about the aspect of the osteopathic physician and practitioner takes the patient where they're at and moves them closer and closer to their best health. It is a very personal relationship between the osteopath or osteopathic physician and their patient. Whether that patient needs to understand more about diet or needs to know about losing weight, better exercise regimens, ways of treating manipulative medicine to give this person more mobility. These would be the things that Dr. Still would still feel very good about. And we're progressive. Dr. Still never expected us to stand still. The fact that we are now using ultrasound as primary education for our students to look into the body. Dr. Still said we never have enough anatomy. We're now actually being able to see what's going on in the body. He also told us that with cadavers and dissection, the body is different in death. And so we are giving the students the opportunity to see what Dr. Still was talking about, is understanding working with the body in life through ultrasound. So across the board, I think Dr. Still would be very proud that we're continuing to work with the underserved, the poorest, that we are the general family doctor in many cases, that 1 in 4 students that want to become a physician in America will go to an osteopathic school. All that from one person. I think you would be very pleased with those aspects of progress. As the museum director, I started in the year 2001. So I have now been working as the director for 20 years. And one of the greatest things in that 20 years experience was finding Germany as an osteopathic community and them reaching to the United States and the founding school and the museum to translate books into the German language, to provide exhibits and to provide programs and PowerPoints to the various conferences over these years. So I guess I should say that probably the relationship with Germany is almost as long as I've been in the position. But again, as I look at it, my motivation is that I have benefited, my family has, from osteopathic healthcare, and we certainly want that to exist. So what I can do to inspire future osteopaths throughout the world, or physicians, or to get people to understand it and use it as Dr. Still wanted, That to me is a motivating factor, and we're always learning something new. There's always some new aspect of osteopathic healthcare that is amazing and able to share with our great audience of both patients and practitioners. And the exhibits range from the life and times of Dr. Still, showing his personal effects, his home, which he built and shared with the community, to anatomy, where you actually can look at how dissection was done and specimens, including a fully dissected nervous system of an adult. We have just received an osteopathic, fully dissected nervous system of an infant, a stillborn baby, and we will be able to compare the two. It was done in 1915. Our full adult nervous system was done in 1925. So anatomy is obviously very important to Dr. Still. You could never have enough. We have an exhibit on manipulation, showing the different aspects, what it's about, and the various schools through time up into current time. We include treatment tables where you can actually look at the development of the tools used for manipulative medicine. Remember, when Dr. Still came up with these ideas, it was new. So everything had to be created for it, including the surfaces, the tables, the chairs, the things that came with it. There's an exhibit that talks about research and how we've progressed and how we continue to grow the school with the best equipment and the best ways of looking at treating. And that includes the research. Our research is fantastic in both the biomedicine and the osteopathic manipulative medicine. We're doing more through what is called the Still Research Institute to teach accuracy so that students are better skilled at manipulative medicine. There's an exhibit that talks about how the museum was founded and our history, because this year we are actually going for accreditation, the highest standard in museum, just as AT Still has the high standard in medical museum or medical accreditation. We want the highest standard for the museum. There is also an exhibit that tells the story of Dr. Still and his growth and journey to coming up with the idea of osteopathic healthcare. We include the first school and the AT Still's family cabin and a medicinal garden so you can look at plants and things that were used to treat. Many of these plants could possibly have potential uses today if pharmaceutical companies were not so fixated on making money and looking at healing properties. But again, there are certainly a lot of substances out there that can do good work naturally with the body, which is what Dr. Still always wanted. So this is just a variety of the exhibits that we're hosting, and a lot of them have been refreshed and changed in the last couple weeks. Well, as I mentioned, osteopathic healthcare is a philosophy about health and gaining health. We grow and we age in this body, and it's kind of like a vehicle, like a car that's taking us on this journey. And if we treat the body well, it will give us a long experience. Now, we're all going to eventually die, but the idea of osteopathic healthcare is to take the patient and give them the best care so that their journey of life in this physical body, the spirit inside, as Dr. Still would say, do not lay a finger on that body till you comprehend it is all about the spirit, that unique person inside. And Dr. Still's attitude about people was love everybody, fairness for everybody. And so this journey of our unique spirit in this body, if we can maintain it, keep it in good shape like you would keep your vehicle in good shape, we have a better lifestyle. We have more comfort. We have more joy. We have more enthusiasm for this journey of knowledge, because this is what it's all about, learning and treating others well. So what's kept osteopathic medicine alive is the fact that patients have felt the benefit of this form of healthcare. And so they're the ones that have kept us on the forefront and used us and encouraged the osteopathic schools to grow, and that more communities take on osteopathic practitioners. It is, because we all are the same in the sense that we want to enjoy the time that we're here. And so through osteopathic healthcare in all countries, we can gain higher quality of health and therefore more enjoyment of the time that we are here. If you're aching, if you're hurting, if you're not functioning well, It makes all the joys of life a drudgery. We can't really enjoy what's around us, the plants, the food, the community, the sights, when we're not feeling good inside. And so osteopathic healthcare finds that way of treating each person and bringing them closer to their health so that they can enjoy this journey and that their families and have less worry and actually know that we can't stop death, but we can procrastinate it. Maybe we can extend our lives and the quality of that life through osteopathic healthcare. Again, I think Dr. Still would feel very good about where we've come in these last 129 years and following the ideas. He always knew that each person would make it better. And as I've looked around the world and various countries, each person brings osteopathic healthcare further. Osteopathic healthcare it's biology, it's chemistry, it's psychology. It's everything that a human body is about and the environment that we're within. And so when you basically are working within that, you're working in a osteopathic health model. Thank you.